All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Harakakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And I want to say shalom to the hopeful elect. All right, in the news, okay? All right, in the news. So there's things going on in the world that myself, as a watchman for the nation of Israel, must speak on through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, right? So before we get into the news articles, this is Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee. Let me make sure it's showing up. And it's not. So give me 1 second. All right, this is Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17. So lucky I thought I had it up on this web browser. It was on the other one. It says, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. So the words that we speak, all right, to the Israelites throughout the four corners of the globe are warnings from Yahweh Shema Shai, all right, to give you a heads up on what's to come, all right, because prophecy is going to be fulfilled, all right, and prophecy is going to be fulfilled. It has to be said before it comes to pass. It's being said in the Bible. When those who have eyes to see are able to read it, and then it's being said out on the highways and byways. Okay, so let's go into a few of these words in this precept. The first word is watchman, and it's tazapah. All right, and it says to look out, about, spy, keep watch, observe, and watch. All right, how do we observe and watch? We look in the scriptures, and we look at what's going on in the world through the news, and maybe you may have some type of interaction with somebody that can give you information that's not listed on the news. All right. I want to go into the Chaldee lexicon, the Hebrew Chaldee lexicon in regards to this word. All right. And it says to look out, to view. All right. It says to enlighten with the eyes. All right. So that your eyes enlighten your mind based on the information that you read and or see through experience. Right. But here it says metaphorically used of prophets who, like watchmen, declare future events as being divinely revealed to them by visions. Okay. So by the understanding and mercies of Yahweh Shema Shai, prophets are able to see what's going on, all right, and make it known to the people. All right. So in the news, all right, we have IRS training included armed agents carrying out simulated assaults on urban homes. Now, why would the IRS need to be assaulting, all right, a suburban home? Okay, because guess what? They're going to be raiding and taking away your things. Okay, so let's read a little bit of this article. It says that an Internal Revenue Service, all right, which we know they collect taxes on people. Initial report shows heavily armed agents simulating an assault on an urban home as part of their training. All right. It says the training was featured in the 2021 IRS annual report, which showed agents at the agency's National Criminal Investigation Training Academy, which is located in Fleck in Brunswick, Georgia. I said the report documents how agents are given firearm training, and other images show agents wearing tactical clothing, police and IRS CI. See, bam, right there, right in front of your face. All right, and these were probably veterans or gun ho people. All right, well, Very patriotic people is what I mean to say. All right. Here you go. Here it says another image shows agents having entered a home with guns drawn. They are practicing for real life scenarios. Okay. Let's go down here. It says the training simulation is likely a prompt concern following the revelation of an IRS job posting that announced it was looking to hire people who are ready to kill. All right, ready. The Lord is having Esau come down with that sword, man. Okay. It says the job listed one of the major duties of an IRS agent is to be able to carry a firearm and be willing to use deadly force if necessary. All right. One of the brothers sent in the group chat a couple of days ago how one of the kings of I think it was in Europe had allowed his tax collectors to go up in people's houses and take things out of the people's houses that they were deemed worthy to pay back their taxes with. Okay. Same thing that's happened this time, right? There's no new thing under the sun, right? It says the IRS subsequently deleted the job posting, which was discovered after the Democrats introduced a new bill that would give $80 billion in funding to the IRS to hire 87,000 new IRS agents. All right, so the Lord is allowing Esau to sharpen his sword. Okay, let me get that. I believe it's in Ezekiel, the 17th chapter. Can't off the top of my head remember. All right, I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. This is it. This is Ezekiel chapter 21 and verse. I'm gonna start at 9. Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, say a sword is sharpened and refurbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is refurbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? It contempteth the rod of my son in every tree as every tree. All right. So should people be making mirth in the times that we're coming into where the IRS is showing you they're about to run up in your crib? All right. All right, it says right here, although the Biden administration claims the newly empowered IRS will target the rich, 75% of the IRS audits target Americans making under $200,000 a year. All right, and majority of these Americans that's making $200,000 a year are going to be you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Okay. All right, so Esau Edom is sharpening up his sword or refurbishing it. Okay, by allowing the ABC gang, all right, the feds, the FBI, the IRS, the what it does, there's more, ATF, okay, CIA, okay, to have new laws and legislations, okay, to carry out basically to use deadly force, all right, and to be ready to kill, okay. All right, there's a scripture also. I know some Revelations. Let me see. All right, there's a scripture where it says, behold, the devil, you know he has but a short time. All right, let me type that in. I hate that I can't remember everything, man. All right, this is Revelations 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. woe, that means death and destruction, all right, to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. All right, this is one form of that. All right, let's continue to go through these articles. All right, Europeans' rivers run dry. All right, as scientists warn, drought could be worse than 500 years. These Edomites ain't got 500 years. Okay, but if you read here, it says in places that the Lorry can be crossed on foot, France's longest river has never flowed so slowly. The Rhine is fast coming impassable to barge traffic. In Italy, the Po is 2 meters lower than normal, crippling crops. Guess what that's going to bring? Famine. Okay, famine. All right, so Siberia is dredging the Danube. Okay, all right. These rivers are drying up. All right, the Lord is going to cause a famine out here. Okay, is this the first page? Let me see. Yes, this is still the first page. All right, here you go. And rent is becoming a crisis. People about to be living out on the streets, man. All right. All right, here we go with more C-19 things, okay, in regards to digital passports, okay. All right, those digital passports are going to be either so far on your phone, all right, but they're also going to be put inside your body, man, okay. Here we go. Canada's plot for a digital ID system after a World Economic Forum partnership, all right. Let's see. I'm not gonna read all of this. Let's see. It's not that long anyway. It says Canadian's digital ambition 22 includes details about the government working on a federal digital identity program. All right. This digital identity is an electronic equivalent of a recognized proof of ID document, for example, a driver's license or passport, and confirms that you are who you say you are in digital context. Why do you need that when your driver's license and your passport says the same thing? All right. They want this inside of you. That's why. Okay. They want this inside of you in the form of this thing right here. Okay. They want it inside of you. All right. They want it inside of you. Okay. There's a store in Texas called HEB. They have a fast scan lane now. Okay. I saw a clip of it. Also, in regards to shopping and spending, you got the chips on your cards and you still got the magnetic swipe. Sometimes those things don't work. All right. But if they have this in you, all right, it's going to work to, to their extent or for their pleasure, to track everything that you do. All right. Based on, I'm going to say the blockchain. Let me look up what blockchain is right quick because I forgot. All right, blockchain is a decentralized, so it's basically a ledger. Okay, all right, to track you. So just like a regular ledger, let's say you had a piece of paper, you track all your spending on the piece of paper. All right, it's a digital ledger. Okay, all right. So with their digital identity, all right, they want to track everything that you do and or spend. All right. It says Canada's digital identity program further cements the country's commitment to the World Economic Forum digital ID project. So let's look at the digital ID project. On the agenda, digital ID, World Economic Forum. All right. All right, look, and it's all talking about improving life post C-19 era. Okay. All right, this is how they're going to get people, man. All right, they're going to fear people into um, receiving that CH to the I to the P, man. Okay. Let's see what it says. World Economic Forum.org. Okay. And these are people that have a major stake in what goes on monetarily in the world, man. All right. Filtered by digital identity. So it's a lot. I can't find specifically an article, but it's a lot of stuff about digital things, man. All right, 5 reasons to participate in the digital identity ecosystem. All right, don't. Okay, because when you take that thing, the Lord has something special for you, man. It's called a nuclear missile. All right, but this is the way the world is going, man. The world is going towards a digital uh uh digital is going, everything's going digital, man. Okay. Look, they even track who's trying to use, who doesn't use the internet. All right. Here we go. Digital democracy, a Swiss view on digital trust. This is all propaganda to get you to take in ways of the beast system, man. I'm not gonna keep going through this, but this is also in the news, man. You gotta watch out for it because you know what's coming behind this. Okay, you know that Karagma is coming behind this. Okay, so let's go to Revelation 13 right quick. This is Revelation 13 and 16, and he causes he, all right, which is ultimately Esau, Edom, all right, but the beast is NATO and the EU, right? Causes all, and to call somebody is either force, beguile, or well, I'm say trick them, okay, all right, or cause them to be afraid, okay. Both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, okay, and they're doing it right here they're playing on the C-19 situation, okay, and saying that everybody can be safer if we know who you are, because your ID card and your passport won't do so. All right, it can be fake, but then they just had everybody switch over to where you had to get a real ID. All right, in most states. So the trickery is going to continue. It says, verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Okay. And there's a special judgment for those that take this. So I'm going to keep going to some more news articles. But this is one way that to lead people into receiving that karagma. Okay. All right, let me see. All right, here we go. World Bank creates $1 billion fund for vaccine passports. All right, look, here it goes again. Digital ID. A universal digital ID is the holy grail of technocracy, because it will enable a Skynet system of total control. All right, and that's all Esau wants: total control. All right, but it's not going to come to pass in regards to where he gets total control. All right, let me get that in Job. I think it's Job 20. Right here, Job 20:23. When he is about to fill his belly, all right, when he's finished crafting up his enterprise, about to launch it out, or while it's in the works, okay, or while it's coming to pass, or while people are submitting to it, Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and it shall rain upon him while he is eating. So Esau Edom is not going to be able to fulfill his lust in regards to setting up this new world order. All right. It says the World Bank's backing guarantees the central bank digital currency will be tightly coupled with Maxine passports. Okay, so you're going to have proof of vaccination to be able to, be able to buy or sell. Okay, all right, because it's going to, right here saying it. All right. All right, here we go. More famine. All right. Click on the link and it's not letting me go to it. All right, a horrifying drought is causing widespread crop failures throughout the United States and Europe. More famine. Okay. All right, we are really reaching a major crisis point thanks to soaring fertilizer prices, insane weather patterns, and the war in Ukraine. Global food supplies have been getting tighter and tighter. All right, there you go. All right. Let's see, in France, where an intense drought has hammered farmers and prompted widespread limits on fresh water use, there are just 9.7 millimeters or 38.38 inches of rain last month. That was an 84% drop on average level seen July 1991 to 2022, making it the driest month of March since 1961. All right, 84%. That's a lot. Okay, so when rain is down that much, all right, things that have normally been things that have been cultivated by the weather, okay, with the 84% drop, those things are gonna die off, man. All right. All right. It says the situation in Germany is also extremely dire. Of course, the U.S. is dealing with severe drought too. All right. But is this being propagated in the news? No. They want to talk to you about who's the best basketball player, LeBron James, and they want to confuse you with the other alphabet gang. Okay. They want to put things in the news that are not important to you understanding biblical prophecy. All right. It says, according to U.S. Drought Monitor, about half the nation is experiencing some level of drought at this moment. And we are being told that they're going on a mega drought in the Southwest is the worst in 1,200 years. All right, it's this is great news though, man. It may be horrible to those that love it here, but this is actually great news, man. Okay, it says things are particularly bad in Texas. If you can believe it, Dallas just had a stretch in where they had no measurable rainfall for 2 straight months. All right, the daily highs in Dallas have been 95 degrees or higher for 3 straight weeks, much higher than normal for this time of year. All right, the Dallas-Fort Worth area has even more problems amid extreme drought, going back as far as May 17th. 100% of Dallas County is in extreme drought, while 21% of the whole state is experiencing extreme drought. All right. So the Southwest is getting hit. All right. You also got Flooding is going on that was happening throughout America and in the Midwest. Okay. Um, and even here in Virginia, man, there's been a lot of rain. Okay. Let's see. It says the lack of moisture has been crippling for the state's absolutely massive agriculture industry. There are 247,000 farm and ranchers in Texas. Nearly all of them are deeply suffering right now. That the famine, man. Okay. Let me see if I can find some scriptures on famine. All right. All right. This is a good one. If when evil cometh upon us as the sword, judgment, or pestilence, or famine, we stand before this house and in thy presence, for thy name is in this house. All right, so they in that speaking about being in the house of the Lord, right? And we are within the house of the Lord, the hopeful elect. You know, the house of David, right? So this is important. Cry unto thee in our affliction, and thou will hear and help. So cry unto the Lord in the affliction, man. Okay, and the Lord is going to hear you and help. All right. This is Job 5:20. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. So when these people are being heavily affected by the droughts in Texas and the rain and the mud waters, because all that rains is and muddy waters has an effect as well on the food. Okay. Let me see. This is Psalms 105 and 16. Moreover, he shall call for a famine upon the land. He break the whole staff of bread. And this is what's happening throughout these countries, man. The Lord is breaking the staff of the bread, because guess where uh wheat, all right, is where bread is primarily made out of, okay? Grains and things like that. The Lord is breaking that down with drought, man. Okay. And war. Okay, it told you here. Thanks to soaring fertilizer prices, insane weather patterns, and war in Ukraine, global food supplies have been getting tighter and tighter. All right. Let's see what else they got in the news. All right, World Economic Forum playbook: collapse Sri Lanka today, the West tomorrow. All right. They trying to collapse this place, man. And people have their hopes set in this place, and that's not good. All right, you might have been sensationalist covered. You might have seen sensationalist coverage of the riots in Western media, but none like the deeply explores of the underlying cancer that has metatized on this island. On the island, social unrest is the symptom. Technocratic social engineering is a disease. Okay, so they're trying to line everything up for people to conform to receiving digital identities, man, via the CHIP. Okay, and social unrest. Let's look up social unrest. Let's just see what it is. Social unrest includes civil disorders, acts of mass civil disobedience, and strikes. They differ in their legality and tactics, especially the use of or avoidance of violence, but all are acts by groups of people that are intended to disrupt a community or organization. So guess what? This can be looked at on a two-way coin. Okay, all right. The people can be can bring civil unrest, and also the leadership can bring civil unrest, man, because they're trying to disrupt their community or an organization. All right. And guess how they're trying to disrupt a community or an organization? Via their technology, man. What they're trying to implement on the world, setting up their new world order. Okay. Um, let's see right here. It says Sri Lankan gas prices are through the roof. Food is scarce. The government has defaulted on its crushing debt. Same thing that's going to happen in America, man. Okay. It says the ruling fat cats who drink and gamble while the country crumbles around them have gotten only richer in the interim. Sound familiar? Yes, look at this. Sri Lanka introduces fuel pass with QR codes. The government allocates a weekly fuel quota per vehicle on Sunday. I guess that's how it's going to be here in America, man. All right. This is exactly how it's going to be here in America, man. Let me get this in First Thessalonians. I hate this autocorrect, man. Says First Thessalonians 5:1, but of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for you yourselves know perfectly that the day of Yahweh Shema Shah shall come as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then such destruction as travail upon a woman with a child, and they shall not escape. All right, so be diligent in your watching what's going on in the world, because the Lord is going to come when you least expect it. All right, let's watch this video. With 16, I think, liters of gas. They're controlling the people, man. This is how you control the people. They're going to be rationing food here in America, all this stuff, man. And we just giving our warning, man. You can see, you can look, if you pay attention. All right. It says the economy didn't magically implode on its own. Rather, is accumulation of years of self-serving mismanagement by a ruling family and intentional intentional calculated manipulation from global technocrats at the World Economic Forum and its appendages. All right. Same thing that's going to happen here, man. Same exact thing. Okay. In Sri Lanka, crop production dropped by 40 to 50% in a matter of months. It says in April of 2022, the government defaulted on its $51 billion debt, now has to resort to criminal bankers and International Monetary Fund for a bailout. And guess what? That bailout is going to affect the people, man. Okay. Look, man, this is what's coming to affect people, man. Okay. All right. Let's see what else they got up in here. All right, here you go. Got digital, more digital stuff. Here you go, more IRS stuff. Okay. This stuff is coming to you people, man. Here you go. Trade Trudeau government to introduce national digital identity program. Okay, we read about it a little bit as earlier, man. Okay, says a report established last week on revamping Canada's government on the government of Canada's digital identity structure states that the next two steps in making services more convenient is to introduce a federal digital identity program. All right, well, we know what that's going to coincide with. Okay, more things on these passports. All right, famine speak talk right here. It says Europeans' energy crisis spills over into food. Excessively high energy prices in Europe are pushing up the prices of everything that energy is used for, including food. A trend that will likely feed further inflation. All right, anything but a cashless society, which is coming. All right. And look, you got kids tied to their phones and tablets now. Everything is becoming so digital. Kids are being tied up into the metaverse, man. Okay. Let me see. I'm gonna give one more precept and then I'm gonna close out, man. Because this world is through. All right, just pay attention to what's going on in the news, man. And again, the why about Shema Shah for allowing me to do this lesson. This is Second Ezra 9:1. He said he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And how we're going to visit the world which he made? He's going to do it through Yahweh Shah, like he had set up Yahweh Shah to create the world. Okay. And one of the signs that you can see that they're pushing is digital everything. Okay. It says here, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, which you can go back and look up uproars of people in Sri Lanka. Okay. And there were a couple other places. And earthquakes happen everywhere. Okay. But other than those things, you got to look at the weather patterns, the famine, the country's economic system, how it's changing. Everything is going digital. Okay. These all have an effect on the time frame of Yahweh Shah's return. It says, then shalt thou understand that that the Most High Salakia spake of these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. All right, and there's a scripture in Isaiah where it says, roughly paraphrasing, that the Lord, he has spoken of the things spoken of the things that are ending even from the beginning. All right, I think like Isaiah 20 or Isaiah 10. But nonetheless, verse 5, it says, for like all that is made in the world that hath a beginning and end, and an end, the end is manifest. So you're seeing the end come to fruition, man. All right. Let's look at this word manifest, and then we're going to close out. Manifest, okay, it says clear or obvious to the eye or mind. All right, so it's clear or obvious that this world is going down. Pay attention to what's going on, man. Lord, will you edify? I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Yahweh Kakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who grew and teach well. And I want to say shalom to the hopeful elect. Kwame Yasharali, Mawafah, Shalom.